Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। गीता महात्म्यम वर्स नंबर 7। एकम शास्त्रम देवकी पुत्र गीतम, एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव, एकः मंत्रः तस्य नामानि यानि, कर्मापि एकम तस्य देवस्य सेवा। There need be only one holy scripture, the divine Gita sung by Lord Sri Krishna. Only one worshipable Lord, Lord Sri Krishna. Only one mantra, his holy names, and only one duty, devotional service unto that supreme worshipable Lord Sri Krishna. So in here, in the conclusion of glorifying Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Sripad Adi Shankaracharya has given this very, very beautiful verse, which I think is one of the most powerful verses that he has spoken, and has very beautifully, in few words, summarized the essence of all Vedic knowledge. It's amazing that how in these few words he has captured the entire ocean of Vedic knowledge. This verse unequivocally establishes that Sripad Adi Shankaracharya is an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna, and he is also instructing us to become one-pointed, just as Shri Krishna himself instructs in Bhagavad Gita that we should become one-pointed, devoted to him, the supreme absolute truth. Sri Adipad Shankaracharya says that if there is one scripture that should be followed by everyone, then that is this Bhagavad Gita. The vastness of Vedic scriptures at times lead to confusion, and there are different groups, different religious societies that follow different Vedic scriptures, and at times this also leads to fighting because of the different understandings of what these Vedic scriptures are saying. So if we need to come to an agreement for the entire human creation, then this is one scripture that we must accept, because this is the one that has been directly spoken by the Lord himself, in which unambiguously he is explaining the supreme absolute truth very clearly and very concisely. Religion is what is spoken by the Lord himself. Yamraj, the Lord of Death, speaking to his messengers, the Yamadutas, when they came back empty handed, not being able to bring back a Jamil, instructs them in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Dharmam tu sakshat bhagvat pranitam, na vai vidur rishayo na api devaha, na siddha mukhya asura manushyaha, kuta nuhu vidyadharah charanadayah. Real religious principles are enacted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although fully situated in the mode of goodness, even the great rishis who occupy the topmost planets cannot ascertain the real religious principles, nor can the demigods or the leaders of Siddhaloka, to say nothing of the asuras, ordinary human beings, Vidyadharas and Charanas. So that means that religion is what is established by the Lord, by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not by anyone else. And this is what Bhagavad Gita is, directly coming from him. And therefore, Bhagavad Gita is one scripture that will harmonize the spiritual understanding of everyone, and therefore he is he's propounding, instructing that Eko Shastram, there should be one scripture, that is Bhagavad Gita. And then he says, Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva, that there is only one worshipable Lord, Lord Shri Krishna. And this is where he is harmonizing the understanding of the Supreme Absolute Truth in its different forms and its different manifestations, and concluding that that all these different manifestations are that of one Supreme Lord, and that Supreme Deva, that Supreme Absolute Truth, is Shri Krishna himself. As Brahmaji also explains in Brahm Sangitaha, Ishwarah Paramah Krishnah Satchit Anand Vigraha Anadir Adihir Govindah Sarvakaran Karanam. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the Supreme Godhead. He has an eternal, blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes. Srimad Bhagavatam also states, Ete che ansh kalaha punsaha Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam, that all these different manifestations are portions of plenary portions of that Shri Krishna, who himself is the original Supreme Absolute Truth. And here Sripad Adi Sankaracharya, who is none other than Lord Shiva, is also stating that one Deva, one Supreme Lord, is Shri Krishna. And in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna himself declares that he is the Supreme Absolute Truth. He is the Bij Pradaha Pitaha. He is the seed-giving father of entire creation. So this shows that the Sanatan Dharam, or which is normally known as Hinduism, is not a polytheistic religion. It is a monotheistic religion believing in one God who certainly manifests in different forms. Why he does that, we will understand as we go through the study of Bhagavad Gita. But it's not that these are different gods, they're all one, manifestations of one Supreme Absolute Truth, Shri Krishna. Just like on different days we see moon manifested in different forms, and the full moon is complete, and then different days we see one part of the moon less. They're not different moons, they're the same moon. Similarly, Krishna is that original full moon, and when he manifests different rasas in different proportions, then the same Krishna appears in the form of Lord Ram, Lord Narayan, Varaha, and so on. So, as Sripad Adi Shankaracharya is saying that Krishna is Supreme God, this clearly shows that he is not a Mayavadi. He is not someone who does not believe that God has no form. So, if anyone ever states that Hinduism talks about impersonalism, that the Supreme Truth has no form, no qualities, then we should ask that person that who has given that philosophy. They will say Shankaracharya, because Shankaracharya externally preached Mayavad. And then we should quote this verse to them and show them that actually Shankaracharya truthfully was telling that Krishna is Supreme Lord, he was not saying that God has no form, no qualities. He did that just to bewilder those who do not want to surrender at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, as we had discussed before. And then he says, Eko mantraha tasya namani yani, that there should be only one mantra. Which mantra? His holy names. To re-establish our relationship, a forgotten relationship with the Supreme, we have to follow certain process which is called sadhan. And in this day and age in Kali Yuga, the process prescribed is the chanting of mantras. What type of mantras? There are many different mantras. But in this Kali Yuga, the mantra prescribed is the holy names of the Lord: Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. In his instructions to the Yamaduta, Yamraj further states that Bhakti Yoga Bhagavati Tat Nam Grahanan Adibhi, the devotional service beginning with the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the ultimate religious principle for the living entity in human society. So, compared to all other mantras, which may be for the glorification of various demigods or for different other purposes, those are not prescribed for this age of Kali. Shukdev Goswami also tells Parikshit Maharaj in the conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam, Kalehe dosh nidhe rajan, asti hi eko mahat gunaha, kirtanat eva krishnasya mukta sangah param vrajet. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. What is that? Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. And this is exactly what Sripad Adi Sankaracharya is explaining here, that if there is one mantra that we want to chant and perfect as the process for realizing the supreme absolute truth, then that mantra is the holy names of the Lord, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then finally he says, Karmapi ekam tasya devasya seva, that there is only one duty. What is that duty? Tasya devasya seva, devotional service unto that supreme worshipable Lord, Sri Krishna. Now only a devotee will make such a statement. Someone who's really a Brahmvadi or a monist will only talk about merging in the supreme effulgence, in the supreme Brahman. He would not talk about service, because service is always rendered to a personality. Service cannot be rendered to something which is impersonal. For example, you can serve your family members, you can serve your friends, you will not serve air or light, right? Because they are formless. So similarly, when we conceive of the supreme truth as formless, then there is no point of any kind of service. But here, Sripad Adi Shankaracharya is saying that if there is one and only duty that every living entity has, then that is the devotional service unto the supreme worshipable Lord. Why? Because each and every living entity is an eternal part and parcel, an eternal servant of the Lord. Jivera Swarup hoy Krishna Nityardas, Krishnera Tatastha Shakti, Bhed Abhed Prakash. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also explains that the real form, the real identity of the Jiva is that he is an eternal servant of the Supreme Lord. Developing this mood of service is central to spiritual life, specifically devotional life. Because if we do not develop the mood of service, then every effort that we do is actually a waste. The difference between a devotee and a Brahmvadi is that the devotee is always enthusiastic about serving the Lord, his devotees, and his mission of spreading this message to each and every living entity. So, if someone claims to be a devotee but does not engage in serving the Lord and his devotees, then in real essence, that person is more of a Brahmvadi than a devotee, because the devotee will engage each and every sense of his in serving the Lord. Whether speaking Harikatha has to be done in the mood of service, hearing Harikatha in the serving, in the mood of serving, chanting in the mood of serving, and every other activity that we do is to be done as a service unto the Supreme Lord. This is what Sripad Adi Sankaracharya is saying in his conclusion of the glorification of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Have a very blessed day.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.